Good afternoon, and welcome to the first ever live-streamed JourneyCare Duck Race. I am honored to be here for this 27th year of this annual event, and I'm excited and thankful that you are able to join us this afternoon. I would like to extend many thanks to Linda and Bob Bowman, who have so graciously allowed us to use their home for this event today. Linda and Bob, I want you to know that your kindness and your hospitality is greatly appreciated. I would also like to thank the JourneyCare Youth Advisory Board for their hard work and fundraising, volunteering for this event. For the past 27 years, the Duck Race has raised funds for our All About Kids program, which helps our pediatric families. These families inspire us and they challenge us each and every day. They face enormous struggles maintaining a normal family life and caring for a sick child. JourneyCare's All About Kids program is the largest pediatric program in Illinois, serving nearly 125 patients each day. We are honored and proud to care for our patients and their families so each family can focus on what is most important, and that is these families spending time together. Additionally, I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our donors, our partners, and our community leaders. Without your help and without your leadership, our pediatric program would not be what it is today. Know that we are eternally grateful for all of your support and commitment to our children. And at this time, I would like to introduce Joseph Maddie, who is the president of the JourneyCare Foundation. And thank you once again.
Thank you, Kimberly. Well, today is going to be an exciting day because we're going to have 6 races for our pediatric families. So each race is going to have 200 ducks that are going to go down our very impressive slide here. And our youth advisory board members are going to ensure that the ducks make it to the end. And then the first 6 of each heat will be notified today about your win. One thing I will let you know, in heats 1, 3, 4, and 6, it's for all of the donors and partners who have purchased ducks. In heats 2 and 5, it is for all of the pediatric families that JourneyCare clinicians are currently taking care of for. So all of our pediatric families will be included in races 2 and race 5 on behalf of and as a thank you to the JourneyCare Foundation. At this time, what we're going to do is we're going to have our 2 youth advisory board members grab a bucket of ducks, race it down, and then the first heat will begin in about 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. I know the music is very exciting. So again, over 200 ducks will be in this heat, and over 2,100 ducks have been bought online before 3 p.m. today. So I want to say thank you to all of our donors, and again, I want to say thank you to Kimberly Hobson. It takes courage to be a CEO of an organization that has a pediatric program because of the fact that it only exists because of our philanthropists and our amazing clinicians. So thank you, Kimberly, once again. So at this time, what we're going to do, the ducks are going to be counted, and we're going to find out who the winners are. And we're going to interview one of our pediatric families right now. Their daughter, Scarlett, was on our care a few years ago. And right now, I'm going to interview the mom, Rachel. Mike, are you going to want to join us too? And Scarlett will be joining us. Hold on. So welcome and thank you very much.
Thanks for having us today.
So how long was Scarlett on our care?
I believe she started when she was almost 2, and then I think 4 years total. 4 years.
What was the one thing that you can remember about the JourneyCare clinicians when she was on care?
Each of them that came over, particularly Sheila, who's here today, were just always so respectful and kind and understanding, and really helped, I think, us as parents be able to just feel supported, right, in our own home, and be able to understand how to better care for Scarlett when she was so little. So that's what I remember the most. It was kind of like a big hug every time they came over.
So Scarlett, let me ask you a question. Do you like the duck race? Is this your first duck race that you've been to?
Yeah, it's my first, and it's honestly just really cool to watch them all go down.
Well, if you win today, we won't say anything, okay? If you win a duck. So Mike, I have to ask, as a dad myself, the things that go through your mind when you hear JourneyCare Hospice, at first and to now, what's the biggest change and what's the emotions?
No real big change, right? Like it's a constant, steady theme of the caring, the compassion, the support, right? And as a parent, I think that's really crucial when you're in that moment. And we've grown, to this point involved.
I think one of the things that's changed though for us is that when we first were introduced to JourneyCare, we thought it was just for adults and families that were receiving end-of-life support. We did not know that there was a pediatric division, and we didn't know about the palliative care side, which is what we really needed for our child at the time. And so now I am able to tell everybody that I know about what JourneyCare does for children and for families like ours that need that support during that time, and we've been able to introduce so many people in the Chicago area to what JourneyCare does. So I think that's the biggest change for us from then to now, is just understanding that it's so much more than just end-of-life support.
Thank you. And on behalf of the JourneyCare family, I just want to say thank you to the Seppi family. They co-hosted this event today, and we had so many people call our office, and we're excited and appreciative that we were honoring and remembering and having you guys involved. You guys are huge members of your community, and your community truly adores you. And it's amazing and humbling to have you guys involved with us.
Well, it's been so cool for us to be able to come full circle from being a patient to now having all three of our children volunteering for JourneyCare. And it's just it's a great organization we're proud to be a part of.
Well, again, thank you very much for your help. And I think we're going to find out who the 6 winners were at that last race. And then again, if anybody wants to donate, please go to journeycare.org, where the donations are still open, but the ducks will not be. So right now, I'm going to take the list. And for race 1, we have Charlotte Stanton, Lisa Rembachler, Carter Ban, Casey Coles, Chris Launer, and Penny Lowmiller. So you'll be receiving a text message from us right now. And again, we want to say thank you. The next heat that we're going to get started is going to be our second heat. And again, the only people that are going to be winners in this heat are our pediatric families. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with heat 2. And we're going to let them go in about 3, 2, 1. Thank you. So again, the first 6 ducks that make it down are the winners of this. Each of the winners are receiving a gift card that has been generously donated by community members throughout the region. So now that we have the 6 winners of Heat 2, I'm going to ask Nurse Sheila to come over here. She's the assistant team manager for our pediatrics program. Hello, how are you, Nurse Sheila? So I have to say, I've gotten to know you. You've been at all of our pediatric events, and your team is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And to be here today to see one of your former patients, what is that like?
It's amazing. I haven't seen Scarlett Giuseppe's in several years, and that's what our organization, the pediatric program, is about. It's about living your best life possible. So to see her and what she's come through and how strong she's gotten, and it's wonderful to see Rachel and Mike and the whole family, because you really do meet the whole family.
And that's the thing, too. You do meet the whole family. JourneyCare is for the patients, but we do so much for the families. And you, as the clinicians, administration, we get to meet the families and hear their stories and understand that it's about the family that JourneyCare is about today. And to have our youth advisory board, a bunch of high schoolers volunteering on a Saturday, it's special. JourneyCare is a special organization. Let me ask you this. What is one of the most rewarding parts of being a nurse at JourneyCare?
One? Oh, geez.
We only have a few minutes, so.
Okay. So I've been a nurse for a long time. And so, I was a hospital nurse, and then when I came to JourneyCare over 12 years ago, when you want to be a nurse, you just want to give and help people. I had no idea what I was going to get from these families. Like the gift that they give me, I am humbled at all these families and how they care for their kids 24/7. They are my heroes. So I'm just, astonished that I thought I was going to give, but I'm actually receiving in this job.
Let me ask this, what do our philanthropists and community partners enable you to do as a nurse and as an executive team member with your clinical team?
Well, as you know, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but many of the services that the pediatric families receive and need are not covered by insurances, really at all. So the philanthropy, I want to thank everybody here, Kimberly for supporting us, you, Joe, the Bobians, just for continuing to do this, since we have to do it virtually. I thank you, because every cent, these families need every cent that they can get. So we are able to provide them with the medical and the psychosocial and the spiritual and child life, all of the things that they need to continue to live their best life possible. And it's not covered by any insurance. So we do need the donors. So thank you, everybody out there who's helping today.
So you mentioned, son, we have in the past had a program where siblings were able to come to a camp and be around kids that experience loss. They could experience a grandmother, a mother, a father, a sibling. And camps like that allow kids just to be kids. I have 4 kids, 2 of them are here today, and they get annoyed with each other. They fight with each other, right? But to understand that that's your best friend and not to have your best friend or a mom or a dad, our camps allow the kids to be themselves. And those are donor funded, but you guys are out there. Our clinicians are out there. And I just have to say thank you to what you guys do, because this is a Saturday. I'm sure you'd like to be home off with your family, but again, this is your family. We do this because we're all family. We have our donors opening their homes because we're part of their family. So, any last words you want to say to everybody out there?
No, just again, I have goosebumps. I'm amazed. I'm inspired by the support that you guys continue to give to the pediatric program. I cannot even thank you enough.
Thank you very much. So let's have the winners of the second race. Let's see how this went. Thank you. Because we have the second race winners are the Kaczynski family, the Ronaldson family, the Sopper family, the Christensen family, the Brown family, and the Gayton family. So congratulations, you should be receiving a text from JourneyCare momentarily. So now at this time, we're going to launch race 3. This race, again, has over 200 ducks in it. We have randomly selected them, and so once we know who the first 6 are, we'll announce those. So in 3, 2, 1, let the third race begin. All right. So you might be asking, why are we doing it here? We all know that we're in the COVID world. We typically were in the Barrington Pool District, and what the Bowman family, Bob and Linda Bowman, invited us to do is come into their home today and have a pool party here. We're taking as many precautions as we possibly can, wearing masks, making sure we're socially distant, and we're also making sure that everything is being done to ensure everyone's safety. So we say that because we want to make sure that you know that your organization is taking the necessary precautions. With that being said, we're going to be interviewing, after this next heat, let me grab my notes here real quick. We're going to be interviewing Ella Bobian. Ella is a member of our Youth Advisory Board. Her mom, who's off camera, who does not want us to interview her, she's glaring at me right now, is one of the leaders of our Youth Advisory Board. The Bobian family, Dee Bobian, who has made sure that JourneyCare has the resources it needs for the Pepper Family Hospice Home in Barrington. Dee is an amazing woman who does so much for us. And this is her granddaughter who's helping out right now. So I'm going to come over here and ask Ella why she got involved in the Youth Advisory Board. Ella?
Well, I got involved in the Youth Advisory Board because my grandma, Dee Bobian, she's always been involved with JourneyCare, and I was in JourneyCare Juniors for the majority of my childhood, so I really wanted to keep going and stick with it with JourneyCare because I love volunteering here, so I just decided to apply, and it's honestly been so fun, and I'm so glad I did it.
So Ella, you could be doing a lot of other programs. There's the Barrington area has many organizations for the youth. Why do you choose to join JourneyCare?
I feel like JourneyCare just has this sense of family and love, and just everybody is so just close, and it's just such a great feeling to, every time I volunteer here, I'm left with such a great feeling, and I feel like that goes for everyone. So I feel like this is this has always felt like home.
Can you introduce the other members in the pool with you today?
Yes, so today we have Sophie, Will, Isabella, Bella, and Meredith, and there's a lot more Youth Advisory Board members we have, but we can only bring a couple today because of precautions, so yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for coming out here today. So we have the winners of this next heat. All right, so this is race 3. We have Robert Wampak, Anita Korzinski, Christian Giacomo, Larry Washut, Susan Butera, and Sandeep Gower. So again, congratulations, and thank you for purchasing ducks. Again, JourneyCare.org if you want to make a donation. Our goal this year is $30,000. We're very close to it, so we hope that you can help us achieve our $30,000 goal. So right now, we're going to be going into race 4. Once again, over 200 ducks are in race 4, and anyone can win if you're in the bucket. All right, so on 3, 2, 1. Thank you. So as we're waiting the results of race 4, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to ask our CEO what her experiences and thoughts are on our first virtual and 27th annual duck race. Doc?
Well, actually, this is our first virtual, and so it's been, we've done this always in person, and so to do it virtually, it's very different for us, but Joe has worked with his team and made it lots of fun. I still believe that we're doing what we need to be doing to support our pediatric families, and so I believe this virtual concept is one that is working for us today.
So let me ask you this. You've been our CEO for almost a year. What does the pediatrics program mean to you? Not only as an executive, but a mom, a wife, everything.
The pediatric program means everything to me. We all have to experience loss in our lives. We lose our parents, we lose our friends, and so forth. I do have a special place in my heart for children, and I believe this pediatric program has touched me in a way that is very personal. It's very special. I tell this story all the time. I have not had a sick child of my own, but I've had my very best girlfriend in my life had a sick child that was born about 30 years ago. And unfortunately, we did not have the pleasure of having these types of services for that child because that child died very early. But I tell you, to be able to have the services that JourneyCare provides for pediatric children and to support their families means everything to me personally.
Thank you, Kimberly. And again, thank you for everything you do, and thank you for all of our clinicians. To be the CEO of an organization as complex as JourneyCare, we said it earlier, it takes courage, and it takes great leadership. The board of directors on the agency side and on the foundation side, we work to make sure that the clinicians and our patients and families have what they need. And it's a thank you to Kimberly because she makes sure that we work hard for our patients and our families, but we do it in a way that we lead with our heart. So thank you to being our CEO. Thank you, ma'am. So now I think we're going to go on to the next race. So this next race, I believe, is race 4, if I am remembering all of this correctly. So we only have, we got the winners. All right, the winners are coming. All right, so on race 4, what's that? Okay. So race 4, we have Casey Coles, Cindy Clausen, Larry Washout. Larry, this is your second win. Cheryl Julio, Paisley Penrod, and Dirk Christensen. So congratulations to all of you out there. All right, so that young lady over there is my daughter, so she can talk very sassy at any drop of a dime. So we're going to go to the next race. Race 5, again, this is only for our pediatric families. So, sir, please, in 3, 2, 1. So at this, while we're counting the winners on this, Bob Lee, can you come over here? Sorry about this. About 5 years ago, Bob Lee came to JourneyCare and asked about donating money to hospice, and specifically around our 5 wishes. And at that time, we were looking at how to continue to give back to the community. And we've been able to host symposiums, opportunities for world leaders and thought leaders to come to the Chicagoland area and talk about 5 wishes, end of life, having those difficult conversations. And today, Bob is here taking pictures, but he's also somebody that has been with JourneyCare for, about 15 years, 20 years? Bob is a resident in the Barrington area, but he's also somebody who wants to always make sure that he's giving back to community. So Bob, you rode and you also had Jan ride around the perimeter of the United States, correct?
Correct. Jan Gerlach did it in 2012. My ride actually represented over 3 rides, so I've ridden 12,000 miles around the country. Jan did 3,254 miles across the southern tier. Jan, for your information, he graduated a semester early from high school, so he could take that last semester of his senior year to be able to give back to charity, and hospice was one of them. Actually, Jan's mom has a therapy dog and works with hospice as well.
So the thing that has been sticking out to me is we have a lot of the youth helping, giving back to JourneyCare. We have people that have lost their loved ones in JourneyCare, and we have people that just want to make a difference. What is your connection to JourneyCare?
My journey started when my mom was passing away. It was in Pennsylvania, and she received help from hospice, and actually I received more help probably than she did from hospice. So I've always been indebted to make that journey the best it can be. You know, every day we get up, we should make the best of our life. And that includes those last days of our life, and that's what hospice will do and JourneyCare does for people, is make the best of the rest of our life. So it's really touched me over the years. I've been happy to be part of it, be a volunteer as a part of it. It's been great that we've been talking about Dee Bobian and Mary Bobian and their daughter, Ella. Our daughter was involved originally, and then some of our grandchildren have been involved with JourneyCare. So it's nice to see the family support, but we love the community support. And so we hope that everyone will give very generously today.
So in the Chicagoland area, there's many opportunities to give of your time, give of your resources. Why do you choose to be involved with JourneyCare?
Well, JourneyCare is a local from our standpoint in Barrington, but it's also now, to watch it expand over the years. I was involved when the JourneyCare in Barrington was building their facility and thinking that that's a building that's going to last 10 years, and they outgrew it in 3 years. So to watch the growth of this organization has been phenomenal. There's a need. Part of my mission is to talk about 5 wishes and let people say what their wishes are in their final days of life. And it's important that everyone take the time. It's very simple. You can call JourneyCare, ask for 5 wishes. You can go online and get 5 wishes. But it tells everyone how you'd like to spend the end of your life. And it's important. It's a gift. It's a gift to your loved ones. It's a gift to your medical care workers. It's a gift to your faith leaders. So please take a time to look at 5 wishes and fill it out. It's one of those things we can all procrastinate on, but it's one of those things we shouldn't, Joe.
Thank you. And to learn more about 5 wishes, just go to journeycare.org, and you'll be able to find and navigate the 5 wishes. And thank you, Bob Lee, for being here today. Thank you, sir. So before I read, thank you, ma'am. So before I read our interview and announce the next winners, I just want to thank a few of our donors. We've talked about the Bobian family. Linda and Bob Bowman, who opened their homes again to us, thank you so much. Thank you. If you have never met the Bowl, Linda and Bob, they're the most humble, welcoming people that you can imagine. Linda is the chair of the foundation right now, so I have the opportunity to be her seventh child. I guess I'm going to call him, jump a few ahead, but to speak with her on a daily, weekly basis, it's inspiring because she's just down to earth and she just wants to get things done, but make a difference. So thank you, Linda, and thank you, Bob. We have Barrington Bank and Trust, Jean Dawson, the Garlands, One Point Patient Care, the Oliver family, and then Will, Charlie, and Ben Stetson. So again, thank you for our corporate sponsors and those donating today. Again, JourneyCare.org if you want to learn more about JourneyCare or give to today's duck race. Before we go into the next race, race 5 winners, I just want to interview, do any of your youth advisory board members want to come over and say why you came here today? Any one of you? No? Sophie, come on over here. All right, Sophie wants to come on over. So, Sophie, why are you involved?
I'm involved because my grandpa, actually, me and Miller are twins. So our grandpa,
Well, get over here.
our grandfather was a patient at JourneyCare, and the service that they did for us, and they just brought us so much comfort, so we just wanted to give back. So that's how we got involved with JourneyCare, and we're here today to help raise money and volunteer.
So what are some of the other organizations that you're involved with that makes JourneyCare, I don't want to say better, but because we are, but unique? Because, growing up, I never would have thought of doing anything like this. You guys are in high school, you're giving of your time, and you're making a difference in your community. What sets us apart?
I'd say the care for the patients and the families is very personal, and they treat everyone so kindly, and it's just a really great place.
Well, your parents should be very proud of you. Whatever your allowance is, I'm sure they're going to double it after today. So it's on TV now. But again, thank you very much for everything, guys. Give them a round of applause. So again, the race 5 is dedicated to our pediatric families. So we're going to just release the winners now. The Caffey family, the Kitus family, the Geyer family, the Balcaras family, the Jones family, and the Estrella family. So congratulations on your win today. So now this is the 6th and final race. Again, over 200 ducks will be dumped. And 3, 2, 1. So as the ducks make their way down and we learn the final 6 winners, at this time, take this off real quick. At this time, I just want to say thank you to everyone. JourneyCare is a special place, and to be able to have 3 generations of a family here today, to have the grandchildren of a patient that we took care of, to have community members volunteering to take ducks out of a pool, to open up their home, you have to understand that it's a special place. It's led by an amazing board. We have a CEO with an executive team that leads with compassion. And we have staff here of one of our nurses, Sheila, that you met. They all have something that they want to make sure. They want to take care of families. They want to give back. And they want to make a difference in their community. And one of the things that we've here at JourneyCare take pride in is the fact that we do lead from the heart. Not everybody can understand what it's like to talk to a family and hold somebody's hand while their loved one is dying. Not everybody can talk to a child and understand that we're listening to them as they have problems that some of us may never experience, and give it to them with dignity and respect. But JourneyCare is one of those organizations that allows people and families to be real and to be human and to enjoy it, the time that they have together. The one thing that I do say is that we are a family, and as being a family, we're here for one another. So I just want to say once again, thank you for all of our philanthropists, our community leaders, our corporate partners, and our boards for making JourneyCare the unique and special organization it is. And to all the staff that put this together, I did absolutely nothing today. My amazing staff, who's off camera, put all of this together. And to raise over $30,000, sell over 2,100 ducks, in the time of a pandemic, doing it virtually, it says something of the type of organization we are. So again, I also want to thank Thomas and Wade for all of their work on working the videos and the cameras to make sure that we're live streaming this in a professional way and to make sure that we've done this in a way that makes others feel comfortable and is a professional level. So with that being said, I think we're just going to have the winners of the last race. Kids in the pool, youth advisor, any last words that you guys want to say?
We love JourneyCare.
And if the youth is saying it, it must be true. To the Seppi family, again, thank you for being here. It was humbling to hear your story and to have these families in the community called to say thank you to you, to donate in your name, and to say how amazing of a family you guys are. So thank you very much for being community members and families that actually want to give back. To Near Sheila, thank you. To meet any of our and again, I'm not biased on any of our clinicians, our pediatric team is amazing. Our CEO said it earlier, Kimberly. Our pediatric team is amazing. And to hear their stories and how our other families feel about them. We had a talk earlier this past week with two of our previous parents of our pediatric program, talk about what JourneyCare meant to them. So again, you're hearing a theme that our family and our clinicians look after each other and will do almost anything to make sure that the patient is taken care of. So again, thank you for that. And as we release the last 6 winners, I just want to once again say thank you to everyone out there. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think we can do to improve this process. Hopefully we are not in a pandemic for next year. But if we are, Linda, Bob, hopefully we can come back. So the last race winners, Malcolm Morris, Cheryl Julio, Cynthia Resser, Will Stetson, Stan Pepper, and Jeff and Darlene Caro. So congratulations to those 6 winners. And once again, on behalf of JourneyCare, the JourneyCare Foundation, our clinicians, thank you to everyone out there. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And if anything moves you today, or if you start to think about how you can make an impact in your community, please look at journeycare.org for information on how to make a difference. Again, thank you very much and have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you.